Repeat again. For process costing system, we have to use and we have to prepare a production cost report. It's one of the most important document in process costing system. Every department they have to prepare the production cost report. So every department they will use material, labor, and overhead. And then if one department finish, they will transfer to another until finished good. All right. Okay. Now let's look at the example here. Okay. So I have mixing department. Mixing department. Now the first part they give you the units. Yeah, class. The first part is talking about the units. The second part they will talk about the cost. Okay, two parts they give us. First is about the unit. Second is about the cost. All right. Now, what did they give you about the unit? At the beginning, we have 100,000 unit work in process at the beginning. 100% complete for material and 70% complete for conversion. And then they give you how many units started into production during June. Okay, so we have 800,000 units. And how many units completed and transfer out? We have 700,000 units. The work in process at the end, we have 200,000 units, 100% completed for material and 60% completed for conversion. Now, talking about the cost, at the beginning working process, we have $50,000 direct material. Conversion cost is 35,000. Together, it will be 85,000. This is work in process at the beginning of June. And then the question gives you the cost that we incur, the cost that we use during the production in June. We have 400,000 for material, conversion 170,000, and the total cost incurred for June is 570,000. This one is given, yeah, class, the information that given to you. And now your job is to prepare the production cost report. Okay, so we will prepare the production cost report. Step number one, first of all, we need to compute the physical unit flow. Okay, now there are two parts. There we have total unit to be accounted for and total unit accounted for. Remember that these always equal to each other. They always equal. Total unit to be accounted for and total unit accounted for. They always equal. So how we calculate the total unit to be accounted for? We take the units in production at the beginning plus the number of units started into production. And that will give you total unit to be accounted for. Okay, now to calculate the total unit accounted for, we take unit completed and transfer out, add unit in process at the end. Okay, so this is to calculate the physical unit. Yeah, this is how we calculate the physical unit. Yeah, so work in process at the beginning. Work in process at the beginning. Did you see here? 100,000. Yeah. Work in process at the beginning, 100,000. Yeah. How many units that we started into production? A 800,000. 800,000. We started to put in the production 800,000. So I take 100,000 plus 800,000. That will give you 900,000. Okay. And then next we will compute the unit accounted for. Now, how to compute the unit accounted for? We take completed and transfer out plus the work in process at the end of June. That will give you the total unit. Okay, so unit completed and transfer out. The question give to you. Unit completed and transfer out is 700,000 units. Yeah. Plus number of unit at the end of June. How many unit at the end of June? To 200,000 units. Okay, and that will give you 900,000 units. Okay, class. Now, sometimes, yeah, the question, for example, they give you the 700 plus 200,000 equal to 900,000. And they didn't give you, for example, the started unit into production. They only give you the work in process at the beginning. You understand? So if they only give you the work in process at the beginning, but they give you this information, so we know that the total unit here should be 900,000. And so we take 900,000 minus 100,000. That will give us the unit started into production. Okay. So if the question didn't give you one of these information, you have to look from other, and you need to know that the total unit always equal 900,000, 900,000, they always equal. So then we look for that, and then we find the missing information. Okay, that is the first step. Yeah, first step. Any question for the first step? Any question for the first step? Okay, no question? All right. Let's continue, yeah. Second step. Second step is to find equivalent unit of production, the one we found just now. You remember the one we studied just now? So to find the equivalent unit of production, remember we take unit completed and transfer out. You see? Unit completed and transfer out, 700,000 here, yeah? 700,000, and plus the equivalent unit at the end of work in process. At the end of work in process is 200,000. So 100% completed for material and 60% completed for conversion. And that will give you equivalent units in terms of materials and in terms of conversion costs. All right. Okay, don't, again, one more time, don't use the beginning work in process here to compute the equivalent unit of production. Hmm? Don't use this one, okay? Only use the ending work in process. Okay, is there any question until here? Step number 2. Any question for step number 2? Yeah, step number 1, calculate physical unit, make sure they are equal. Step number 2, find equivalent unit in terms of material and equivalent unit in terms of conversion. Is there any question until here? Okay, no question. Let me continue. Step number, the next step, yeah? Step number 3, we're going to find how much does it cost for one unit, yeah? How much does it cost for one unit? Or we say that compute unit production cost. Now, to compute the unit production cost, we will take total material cost divided by the equivalent unit of material, and that will give us unit material cost. Okay? How to find the total material cost? You need to look at the question. To find the total material cost, class. Now look at the cost part, yeah, class. The down here. Look at the cost part for me now. How much direct material cost do I have at the beginning? Anyone know? How much is the cost of direct material at the beginning do I have? Is
50,000.
50,000, correct. And then how much is the cost of direct material that I use in the production process during June? How much is the cost of direct material that I use during the production in June? Anyone know?
400,000.
400,000. Good, very good. So 50,000 is the direct material at the beginning plus 400,000 direct material that I use in June. How much is my total material cost? 450,000. Yeah, class? 450,000. So beginning I have 50 plus during June I use 400. So total will be 450. Yeah. So I take total material cost for 50,000 divide by equivalent unit of material. Do you remember how many equivalent unit of material we found just now? Hmm? Do you remember? Is 900,000, right? 900,000. Remember that? Equivalent unit in terms of material is 900,000. So I divide by that, class. And so it will give me how much? 0.5. So the unit material cost will be 0.5. 0.5. Okay, do you understand until here? Any question until here? Any question until here? Okay, next, all right, class. We're going to find how much is the unit of conversion cost. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the same thing. We look at the question again, yeah? Okay, anyone tell me at the beginning, how much did I spend for my conversion cost? How much did I spend for my conversion cost at the beginning? How much, class?
35,000.
It's 35,000, correct. 35,000 is the conversion cost that I spent at the beginning. How much conversion cost that I used during June? How much?
170,000.
170,000. Good. So 35,000 plus 170,000. How much is my total conversion cost?
205,000.
205,000, correct. So my total conversion cost is 205,000 and I divide by equivalent unit of conversion cost. Do you remember how many equivalent unit in terms of conversion cost just now we found? Anyone remember? Is how many unit?
820,000.
820,000 unit, correct. So we divide by this 820,000 unit and that will give me 0 0.25. Yes, 0.25. Okay. So one unit is cost 0.5 for material. 1 unit it costs 0.25 for conversion. So how much is the total cost for 1 unit?
0.75.
0.75. Very good. So total manufacturing cost per unit will be 0.75. Yeah, 0.75. Okay, any question until here? Any question until here? So we finished step number 3 already. We have only one more step. Yeah, one more step. So one more step is to do the cost reconciliation schedule. Yeah, reconciliation. We meet reconciliation again. It's not bank reconciliation. It's called cost reconciliation schedule. We make sure that the cost at the beginning, cost at the end should be equal. Okay. So first of all, we will calculate the cost to be accounted for. So at the beginning of June, we have 85,000 unit, $85,000 cost. I'll show you, yeah, I'll show you the question again. At the beginning, I have 85,000, yeah, class? Did you see that? Question give to you. At the beginning, we have 85,000 total cost. During June, how much that cost incur, class? How much is the total cost incurred during June? 570,000. So how much is the total cost that incur? 85 plus 570,000. That will give you 655,000. 655,000. Yeah? 655,000. And so we need to prepare this one, cost accounted for. So to prepare cost accounted for, we need to make sure that we find 655,000 like this one, yeah? So how to do that? We need to find how much is the cost of transfer out. How much is the cost of transfer out? You remember we have 700,000 units completed and transfer out, right? We will time the total manufacturing cost per unit, 0.75. Where did we get that? You remember in step number 3, we find the total manufacturing cost per unit, 0.75. So then I will times 0.75 here, and I got 525,000. Yeah. Now then we have work in process at the end. So work in process at the end, my material, for material, remember I have 200 unit for material, 200 unit for material times $0.5 per unit is the material cost per unit. Yeah, that will give you 100,000, and conversion cost per unit is 120,000 times 0.25, and that will be 30,000. Yeah, class. So add together, your answer should be 655,000. This is not total unit, we call it total cost. Yeah, class. Can you correct for me? This one should be total cost, not total unit. The total cost is 655,000. The same at here, 655,000. Okay, so this is the whole production cost report, include 4 steps. Yeah. So normally for test 3 and final exam, if you don't close the book. If close the book, then the student have to prepare for me the whole production cost report like this. You see that? So step number 1, see here, we calculate the physical unit here. Yeah, physical unit here. We make sure that 900,000 here is equal 900,000 here. Yeah, they are always equal. Okay, class? Step number 2, we're going to calculate equivalent unit. Remember, equivalent unit for material 900,000. Equivalent unit for conversion is 820,000. Step number 3, remember we calculate the unit cost. Unit cost, remember? So we need to find the total cost for materials divided by equivalent unit cost here. That will give you 0.5, and find the total cost for conversion, divide by equivalent unit here, and that will give you 0.25. Add these two together, and that will give you 0.75. Yeah. Now for the cost reconciliation, we have work in process June 1, 85, started into production 570,000. That will give you 655,000. Okay, and then we need to calculate the cost accounted for. Make sure that it's also equal to 655,000. If you cannot find it equal, it means that you do something wrong. Okay, you need to go back and check it. So then step number 4 here, we're going to take unit transfer out time the total manufacturing cost per unit. Why we times 0.75? Because they are completed. They're already completed. These 700,000 units are the completed. So we times the total manufacturing cost per unit here. And then working process at the end of June, we take material 200,000 units. Remember? At the end of working process in June, material is 200,000 units. Yeah. So we put it in here, 200,000 units times 0.5. 0.5 is here, 0.5, and that will give you 100,000. For conversion, we have 120,000 here times 0.25, and that will give you 30,000. So finally, add, it will be 655,000. Okay. So production cost report. Is there any question about this? So chapter 21 study until here. Okay, class? Chapter 21 study until here. Okay, so our test will be 19, 20, and 21. Okay, is there any question before we do the exercises? Any question in here, class? Anything you don't understand how to find it? I will explain again because this is important, yeah, class? Question? No question? Okay, if no question, good. Let's do exercises. Okay, I want you to open your book and do for me. Exercise 21.7. Exercise 21.7. Exercise 21.7. Exercise 21.7. So I'm going to take the photo, yeah. Oh, Mikami say internet is gone. Okay, exercise 21.7. We're going to prepare the production cost report. You want to do by yourself or do it with me? This is the production cost report, class. You're going to prepare like this one, yeah? Okay. So what about I give you 5 minutes to do and then we check together? Yeah, is it okay? Or you want me to do with you?
Do together, teacher.
Do together. Okay, sure. Let's do together. Okay, tell me what is the first thing we need to do? What is the first thing we need to do? Exercise 20.7. What is the first thing we need to do?
Write down the topics.
We need to write the name
The
of the report, yeah, and the day.
Yes.
The company name, the
And then
report,
yeah.
and the day. Yeah. The company name, the report, and the day.
Lou furniture.
Sending department of Liu Furniture, yeah. Exercise 20.7. Okay, anyone remember what is the first step? Anyone remember what is the first step in production cost report? We're going to find physical unit, remember? Physical unit. Okay, don't forget to write the name of the report, yeah?
Yes.
Minus point, yeah, if there's no name in the test. Okay, the first step is we're going to find the physical unit class. Okay, now how many physical unit that they give us for work in process at the beginning class?
Okay, process.
It say the
Mhm.
sending department has production 7,000 units finished
7,000.
transfer out, 3,000 units started that are 100% completed to material and 20% completed has two conversion costs. Okay, so First, we will write unit to be accounted for, yeah, class? Unit to be accounted for. Okay, class? Now, the question didn't give us how many units of work in process at the beginning. So we assume that it is 0. 0, yeah, class?
Units.
The question didn't give us how many units of work in process at the beginning, and so we assume that it is 0. Started into production. How many units started into production?
300,000. 3,000. Hmm?
3,000 is the
Startup production.
actually started at 100%. Production finished when 24 hours. The 3,000 unit is not started class. It's actually the ending, yeah, class. Can you correct it? It should be the ending. 3,000 is the
Startup
ending.
into production.
Pardon?
Or
Correct in the
so
question. It's not started. It's ending.
so 7,000 unit plus 3,000 unit got
That would be
started into production.
like this. We have 7,000 units completed
Plus
and transfer
3,000.
out, plus 3,000 units, yeah, plus 3,000 unit work in process at the end, and that will be 10,000. I want you to correct in the question, the 3,000 unit is not started, it's the ending, the ending unit. Yeah, class, it's the ending unit, it's not started. Okay, I repeat again, please correct in the question. The 3,000 unit is the ending work in process. It's not the started. Yeah. So we have 7,000 completed and transfer out. The ending work in process is 3,000. So add together, total is 10,000. The question didn't give us the started into production here, but we know that total units should be equal, right? So
Yes.
10,000 should be here. 10,000 should be here. So 10,000 minus 0, the started into production will be 10,000. Okay? Started into production should be 10,000. Again, one more time. The question gives us unit completed and transfer out 7,000 and 3,000 ending work in process. This is given 3,000. So 7 plus 3,000 is total unit is 10,000. So we know that the total unit here also 10,000. 10,000 minus 0, the started into production here should be 10,000. Yeah, class? So sometimes the question didn't give you all the information. You have to find it. You have to find it. But you know that the total unit, they are always equal. The total unit are always equal. Okay. Now next we're going to find equivalent units. Step number 2, find equivalent unit. So 7,000 units completed, right? They are completed. It means is complete all for material and all for conversion. All are completed for material and all are completed for conversion. Okay, class? And so the 3,000 unit at the end here. Okay, what happened to them? Question say what? 100% completed for material. It means the number of units completed for material will be 3,000. How many percent completed for conversion? Anyone know?
20%.
20%. So 3,000 times 20%, it will be 600.
And
So 7,000 plus 3,000, we have 10,000 equivalent unit in terms of material. 7,000 plus 600, we have 7,600 equivalent unit for conversion. Okay. Any question until here?
no,
This is step number 2. Is there any question for step number 2?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, good. Let's continue to step number 3. Do you remember step number 3? Okay, what is step number 3? We're going to find the total cost, yeah, for material divided by equivalent unit, and that will give us how much does it cost for 1 unit of material, and how much does it cost for 1 unit of conversion. And then we find what would be the total manufacturing cost per unit. Okay, so I give you 1 minute. Can you find for me how much does it cost for 1 unit of material, and how much does it cost for 1 unit of conversion? Okay, assignment for chapter 21, can you submit it on Monday? Is it okay, class? Or Tuesday?
What?
Tuesday.
Assignment chapter 21,
Tuesday, ma'am.
Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay, Tuesday, that's fine. Because Thursday we have test already. Actually, when you do assignment, it is to review for the test also. Okay? Anyone find for me unit cost of material? How much is unit cost of material? Anyone know? Anyone got that? Unit cost of material and unit cost of conversion for exercise 21.7. Do like this, step number 3. Okay, Mikami.
7.5.
Pardon, can you say again? I cannot hear clearly. Please type your answer in chat. Okay, Mikami, we are here in exercise 21.7. Yeah, Mikami. Mikami, please do exercise 21.7. Yeah, thank you. Okay, anyone give me the answer, please? $33 and 7.5. 33 and 7.5. So it's millimole and now what mean? Correct. 33. Millimole 33, not 3.3, yeah? 33 and 75. Okay. How did we get that? We take the total cost, 330,000. Where did I get total cost 330,000? Is given in the question. Material is 330,000 divided by 10,000 equivalent unit. Where did I get the 10,000? It's up here, equivalent unit 10,000. Yeah, so I divide by 10,000 over here. That will give me 33. Now, how can I find conversion cost? Do you remember conversion cost is mean the labor cost plus overhead cost. So I have to take my labor 210,000 plus overhead cost 360,000. That will give me 570,000. So 570,000 divided by 7,600 here, 706,000. So that will be 75. So the total manufacturing cost per unit will be 108. 108. Next, cost to be accounted for. Okay. For the cost to be accounted for, class, we will use the cost of work in process at the beginning is 0, yeah, because there's nothing here. So cost for the work in process at the beginning is 0. Okay, started into production. Started into production will be 900,000. 900,000 is this one, total cost 900,000. And so the total cost will be 900,000. Okay, and then we calculate the cost reconciliation schedule. We have to do the cost accounted for. Okay, can anyone tell me how much is the cost transfer out? How many units that we have transfer out? Anyone know? How many units completed and transfer out is? How many units completed and transfer out, class?
7,000.
7,000, good. So 7,000 units times the total manufacturing cost per unit is 108. Yes, and that will give you the cost of transfer out with 756,000. 756,000. And then we have work in process at the end. Work in process at the end is how much is that? We will look at the material at the end here, class. The material at the end, we have 3,000 units of material at the end. Did you see that? 3,000. So we take 3,000 times 33 is the cost of material. 3,000 times 33, that will give us 99,000. And then for conversion, class, we have 600 units at the end here, work in process. So 600 times 75, okay, 600 units times 75, and that will give us 45,000. So total will be 144,000. 756 plus 144, and that will be, total cost will be 900,000. Oh, exactly the same, class. So it means that it is correct. Okay, it is correct. Okay, any question about this exercise? Any question, class? Question? Okay, if no question, let's continue exercise 21.8. Exercise 21.8. Exercise 21.8. Exercise 21.8. Okay. I will give you 10 minutes to do and then we check. Okay. Please try to do by yourself. Do you need me to open the production cost report on the slide for you to see? Or it's okay? Everyone finished writing this one?
Not yet, ma'am, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. You just wait. Okay. If you have question, please ask me. Okay. If you have any question, please ask me.